what's up, man?
Hey, not a lot. What's up with you, George Shooter Nolan?
Oh, I've been thinking about some cities I wanted to shout out to.
Oh my God, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, Hamtramck, Michigan.
S-
Keep doing what you do.
say the name again.
Hamtramck.
Hamtramck. That's a fine name. Where is Hamtramck in Michigan? Tell us a
It's
little bit about it.
it's in the Detroit area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds mighty fine that Hamtramck.
Oh yeah. It's the what was it? The United States' only Muslim majority city.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Well, Hamtramck. Thanks for being here.
And you know what? I gotta you know how much I hate California, but I gotta say Bakersfield, California and Crescent City, California, you know, keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work, California. You heard it here. Shooter's a
Well,
big fan
just
of the
those two,
city.
cities.
He's a rabid Disneyland fan. I hear,
Never been there.
and all the best to all of California, including what were the cities? Bakers and
Bakersfield and
Bakersfield,
Crescent City.
Bakersfield, Crescent City. Thank you guys. We
Oh, you
couldn't
know
do it
what's a
without
good
you.
one?
That's right.
Redding, California.
Oh, Reading is a beautiful city. Thank you,
Oh yeah.
Reading. Uh,
Uh,
well, I've got no shout outs, but I do have a very important question for you.
all right.
Now you will recall some time ago, earlier today, or earlier a few months ago. Time is funny like that. That's all movie magic. But we undertook a great undertaking where we learned who was in fact a pudmaster and who wasn't. Well, I'd say the pudmaster and who was in fact a terrible person.
Oh yes. It was pretty definitive, those results.
It was. How has it been since we last spoke? Being a terrible person.
Um, it's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like I have people throw rotten fruit at me whenever I leave my house.
Well, you were asking for it, losing a contest and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it has been absolved. This is the fifth coming, not including um, the what you call it,
The secret pilot.
the secret pilot, and the foul sin of being a terrible person has been washed from you. So well done, blank slate.
All right.
Yeah, and all this time I've been the pud master, and so I've been walking pretty high. It's been a marvelous time for me. So I don't envy you, you terrible, formerly terrible person.
Did have you noticed people been treating you different lately?
Oh yeah, yeah. They were all real nice. I'm guessing Desisant here. Yes, I'm going to go back to being accosted in the normal way that people are after now, but being the pud master, it's been the thrill of my life. It's been a great and dear honor. I will always treasure it. Um, and perchance to dream, we may revisit that contest because I don't know about you, old George, old buddy, old pal, but I found that exercise, that contest, to be quite thrilling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the end of that chapter, as you are famous for saying. Um, so you were telling me that you had a life hack.
Oh yes. But yeah, first I was gonna let you know that I was drinking beer, so I'll be impaired.
Yes, let's talk about because we're both obviously drinking something. We are adult men after all. What
Well, I thought you were non-binary.
well, I'm male presenting, but
I see.
I'm certainly adult in a very mature and final way.
In a technical way,
In a technical,
as in you're
literal,
over 18.
I am literally over 18. At least that's what it says on this, sewn onto the inside of my underwear. Um, yeah, what are you drinking today? A couple beers, you said.
Yeah. Would you like to guess first? Because I
Uh,
don't think you'd ever guess it.
well, so I'm gonna guess that you're drinking not two but three things, and those three things are P, B, and R. But
No, not today.
oh, geez. Well,
Narragansett.
what? Oh, Narragansett. Well, bless you.
Yeah, it tastes a lot like PBR though. That's for
Oh,
sure.
well, that's
It's the
that's
beer of the clam.
the clam. Well, that's their advertising tagline, isn't it? It tastes like PBR, and that how they advertise themselves.
No,
We taste just like PBR. I'm pretty sure that's
they are like the same genre of beer.
are they?
Yeah, I'd say, light lager, whatever it is,
Well, I haven't had one lately in memory. I am having nothing today, and it's mildly intoxicating.
Oh yes. So it's like you're kind of like Bender from Futurama. You get drunk when you're not drinking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a Bender on the streets and Zoidberg in the sheets,
Oh
uh,
yes.
ladies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought you were a Zoidberg in like medical school.
I'm a Zoidberg in many ways.
Yeah.
Uh, not the mouth tentacles yet, unfortunately.
Mm.
Well, here's a segment we like to call on the program, a life hack from
Yes.
George Shooter Nolan, the the life hack guru, brought to you by George Shooter Nolan, who's a life hack guru. Let take it away, George.
All right. So let me set the scene for you of how I discovered this life hack.
Yeah,
I was at the bowling alley and I was bowling and I was gonna get a pair of shoes for the game, right?
right.
And I was thinking about you actually. I was like, you know what? If I was like a real germaphobe, like I bet there's a way for me to get like the least used shoes,
Yeah.
the closest to new condition shoes, which is if you're a man, is to ask for a woman's bowling shoe, but just ask for two sizes above your actual size because women's shoes is two size difference. A men's 10 will be a woman's 12, right?
Okay.
And very few women. What's your shoe size? Like 10, 11, 12?
Uh, I I don't know, but let's say it's 15.
Yes. All right, let's say you have a size 15 shoe men's.
Yeah.
Very few women are going to wear size 17, women's. So you're basically getting a brand spanking new shoe, if you do that trick.
So,
So you
well,
know,
did you check this? The bowling shoes are not unisex. Did you check that?
I'm pretty sure they have different sizes for men and women.
It might
If
just be like I don't know. It's got like eight/10 on each of the shoes. Maybe they're totally genderless shoes.
I mean, not the bowling alley I was at. They had only the one size on it.
Okay, well, that's a pretty good pretty good life hack. I'll be sure to use that when I want to get my feet unclean, but not that unclean.
Just trying to help the situation as much as possible.
No, I
It's like
appreciate
a
that.
necessary evil, right? But you try to have the lesser of all evils, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, that's my thing. My thing is like it has to be evil. I don't care what it is. It has to be evil. It just can't be the greatest evil. It has to be the least amount of evil possible.
Oh yeah.
It's one of it's part of my code. And bowling shoes are certainly a potential evil, but I would make the argument that bowling shoes are not like a definite evil because they're pleasant apart from being sweat into by uh, everybody in the world.
Oh yeah.
Like, wouldn't you wear a pair of bowling shoes normally as your regular shoes?
No, wasn't that a thing before though? People used to do that.
I don't know. I would do it. It's been a passing thought from time to time, but I've never taken the plunge.
Yeah, I've seen people do it. It's usually 14-year-olds who are ill-adjusted.
Well, well,
Yeah,
that's
but I wouldn't wear like practically I would not wear bowling shoes in public because they have no grip on the bottom.
well. I mean, who needs grip on the bottom? The smooth bottom that you can slide around on is that's the bottom for me. For me.
Yeah, well, I need traction to do because I live a high performance lifestyle. I don't
Well,
want to risk injuries,
well, yeah, I mean, if you got
slipping and
really good
sliding.
balance, if you got really good balance, then you could just use flat ground as a treadmill.
I see. Well, that's actually an interesting point.
Yeah, yeah, I know it
Yeah, like,
is.
but you even thinking about wearing bowling shoes in public
Uh,
outside of bowling contests?
yeah, yeah. I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy who wears bowling shoes out in public.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd start off small. Why don't you be the guy who wears the bowling shirt in public?
I mean, they do look like they would be breathable, comfortable. I guess they'd have to. They're athletic wear after all.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I want to be both of those guys at the same time. I'll wear bowling shoes and a bowling shirt. Why not? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the Desisant way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bowling gear is pretty classy. It's got that like 50s vibe to it.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, really, people should only have bowling wear and suits, and anything else is just sort of a disgrace to God.
Yeah. You know who's into bowling?
Uh,
Uh Richard Nixon.
oh, well, old
I think he
creepy.
had like his own bowling alley in the White House.
Well, he's got many accomplishments. That would be among them. What else can you tell us about Richard Nixon?
Oh, he was from Whittier, California.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, shout out to Whittier, California.
Hey Whittier. Hey Whittier.
Yeah, I think they have the presidential library right there. Yeah, he was a great president, that's for sure. He was a Quaker.
He was. Yeah, I knew that much. Yeah.
Yeah,
I eat a lot of oatmeal.
yeah. You know what the thing about Quakers is?
So
The further out west they went, the more violent they are.
really,
Yeah, so let's say like a Quaker in Massachusetts, he would be a complete pacifist, right? But the further west they went, the more violent they had to be in order to deal with like Indians and like bandits and stuff on the trail
well,
to
stands
survive.
yeah stands to reason. A lot of the frontiers folk were uh, violent.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of violence, and you couldn't be a complete pacifist.
Well, I mean, you could. It just might not last very long.
Yeah. So the ones who survived, they're the real violent people.
Oh, geez. Well, that's that's frightening. You know, I for one hope you know, the Quakers are fine people. I hope they're able to find a way to be peaceful
Yeah.
and kind to the world.
I had a friend who went to a Quaker church
Okay. Uh,
out back in high school.
yeah,
You
yeah.
ever went to like it's like I think they call them meetings or something.
I'm not at all familiar. Do you know anything about the church that they had?
Yeah, well, from what he said, I think from what I remember, it's basically a bunch of people sitting in silence. There's no preacher or anything, and then if something comes up to your mind, you stand up and say it.
Well, that, you know, that sounds pretty normal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's basically all I do. You know, I spend most of my time sitting quietly, and then when something comes to mind, I say it.
yeah. Well, it's yeah. I don't think they have like priests or anything in their religion.
Uh, oh,
So it's just like a meeting of friends, basically.
okay. Well,
They don't
yeah.
have like I guess they might have clergy, but I don't think so. Because you wouldn't need clergy for that kind of meeting, you know?
Well, let's see. We we deserve to have the answer. So let's check. Quaker clergy, uh, and I okay. It looks like there are. Uh, they do not have clergy or rituals, and their meetings of worship are often held in silence. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
Uh,
doesn't seem like a religion, you know? Like, it doesn't even seem like a religion anymore.
well, I'm sure it is. They believe lots of things like you know, lots of nice. They believe that there is something of God in everybody, and that each human
Oh, yeah.
being is of unique worth. That's why, of course, Quakers value all people equally, and oppose anything and anything that may harm or threaten them. So
Mm.
this goes against your, you know, calling them violent thing. So you know they sound like real nice guys to me.
They do sound like nice guys, but
Yeah.
California Quakers, man. Oh, man. Like, you go into like one of their meetings, you're liable to get like, knocked out.
Well,
They've got so violent by the time they got reached California. They're real, real dangerous characters.
well, they have something called a peace testimony. Quakers believe that nonviolent confrontation of evil and peaceful reconciliation are always superior to violent measures. That's a line
Sounds like
taken
common
straight from
sense.
Wikipedia. Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, um, I believe it. Um,
Oh, yeah.
well, what else? What else do you know about Quakers?
That's pretty much it. I had a friend who was a Quaker, or at least went to Quaker meetings, and that's pretty much all I know is that they're violent in California.
Well, they don't swear in courtrooms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they are they're just really great. You know, I'm gonna look into becoming a Quaker. You know, they
Oh yeah. You might as well like find like some meetings like nearby and check those out. Seems like
well,
it'd be a peaceful experience.
yeah.
Are you out in California though?
I am everywhere the people are. I am a man of the people,
Yeah.
a man of Like the Quakers, peace and active nonviolence, and uh, and of notable Quaker individuals like William Edmondson, Susan B. Anthony, and Robert Barclay. That's the kind of man that
Who's
I.
Robert Barkley?
Well, he's apart from being a notable Quaker, he was one of the most eminent writers, and he belonged to the Religious Society of Friends. Now, doesn't that sound like something you'd want to do?
No, friends are the worst, man.
The Religious Society of Friends is not only not the worst, but they believe in each human's ability to experience the light within or see that of God in everyone. So, I they they sound pretty good to me.
Mm, yeah, it's a I was actually joking. I think friends are good.
Oh well,
If
you know,
everyone could be friends, if everyone in the world can be friends, that'd probably be my ideal situation.
I mean that's a lot of names to remember, isn't it?
What?
A lot of names to remember.
That's true.
But like if I
Well,
if I
I guess
if
it'll
I
make
knew
you.
10 people, I'd forget three of their names all the
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's why they call it the learning disability.
time.
You know?
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah.
That's that's probably why they they do that. There's something I've really been wanting to share with you, if I may.
Okay.
Um,
Friend.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're all
What
Quakers here.
we are all Quakers, and I have been wanting to share this with you. I nevertheless, excuse me, I nevertheless went up to the office of Kay Pittman for lunch with members of the Senate Committee on Foreign Relations. They plied me with questions both as to the European situation and as to Russia. I gave them the situation as I saw it. Senator George and Senator Gillette were kind enough to say that they were sorry that they did not have the benefit of this information before the meeting occurred yesterday. Senator Pittman stated uh, that had my earlier statement been made to the full committee 2 weeks earlier, in his opinion, the neutrality legislation may have passed. Of course, the facts are overwhelming. Now, what do you think about that, George?
I have no idea. Like I don't even understand a word of it.
Well, I this was just what I felt like I needed to tell you.
Where, Senator Pittman?
Yeah,
What does he represent? What
well, well,
state?
well. Let me clear this up for you. All right.
All right.
Uh, this is regarding the severity of admission tests. In the talks which I had with some of the military experts,
Admission
the admission, yes, and the severity of
to where?
those tests. Uh,
Admit
well,
to where?
well, we're you know where you want to go in. Well, let me explain. This is what I mean by
All
it.
right.
In
I
the
think
talk.
the audience needs to explain.
Yeah, no, here's for our glorious fans. In the talks which I had with some of the military experts in Moscow at the time, I was told that in recent years the examinations, excuse me, I was told that in recent years the examinations and tests for admission to these higher military schools, that's what I was talking about, of course, higher military schools, were most severe, scientific, and selective. The higher officer class was recruited by processes of competitive elimination from the most fit, the most able, taken from this large reservoir of military manpower. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, George?
So there's like officer school which has like hard tests to get into, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, probably, yeah.
th- do you want them to be easier or something? Like, what's the problem?
Well, we'll see. It is reported that the Soviet government sent a strongly worded note to the Italian Foreign Office accusing Italy of responsibility for the sinking of two Russian vessels in the Eastern Mediterranean, claiming indemnities and demanding punishment of the guilty persons. Do you know what I mean?
So Italy sunk two Russian submarines or something, boats.
Uh, yeah, I mean, maybe. Uh, I've got a confession. These were excerpts from the Stone Cold classic, Mission to Moscow by Joseph E. Davies. These are not my own
Oh, is
words.
that the you're talking about the was it the fucking Police Academy movies, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know about the Police Academy movies?
I've seen the first one, and
Yeah,
I've seen like a couple other ones. You
was
know, Michael Winslow, he's the real star of that series.
yeah, was Bobcat uh,
Goldthwait?
Goldwait, Bobcat Goldwait. Was he in the first one or just the second one?
No, he was he was actually well, he may have been in the first one, but I remember he was a criminal in one of the, and like when he first appeared,
Yeah.
and then like in the sequel he became a cop. He used to be a criminal. He may have been a criminal in the first one, and then like somehow he like converted to being a cop in the next one after that.
No, that's what people do really. They convert. He was in Scrooged. You ever seen Scrooged?
No, probably.
Bill
But
Murray
you're
does
a big
a you what?
you're a big Bobcat fan?
Oh well, you know, I like him when he shows up. I've got a movie that he directed called Sleeping Dogs Lie. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah. I heard of it. It's like about like some lady who had sex with a dog, right?
She did, or at least it's inferred. They don't actually show the woman having sex with the dog, as far as I can
Oh, then I'm
recall.
not gonna watch it.
Well, each his own. It's
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
just as well, you know.
But how is the movie?
It's so I'll have to rewatch it. What I remember is that let's see, he also directed one with Robin Williams called World's Greatest Dad or World's Best Dad or something. And
Mhm.
I felt that movie was pretty good. Let's see, uh, Bobcat Goldthwait. Uh, I remember that it seemed like an earlier movie. I believe he got better. I think the main thing about that Sleeping Dogs Lie is not so much that it's really good, but that the the subject that the show revolves
It's
around is
shocking.
shocking. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I saw one of his movies.
Which one?
Oh, it's the one with Bill Murray's brother, where he goes on a killing spree with Ellen Page or something.
I'm not familiar
You know
with
what I'm
that.
talking about? I think it's
No,
God Bless America or something.
is when was this?
It came out like probably 10 years ago.
Okay, I do not believe I've seen that one. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I would recommend the World's Greatest Father movie though. That was pretty good,
Oh yeah.
and you get to see old Robin Williams Wilkins if you've never seen that.
Who's Robin Williams Wilkins?
Oh, his not his his Dingle Dang.
Oh yeah. Oh, so he goes full nude.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you like, World's Greatest Dad.
I see.
I see. He also did Shakes the Clown. I don't know if I've seen Shakes the Clown. I don't believe I did.
Mhm.
World's Greatest Dad was pretty good.
So yep, I saw it was God Bless America, the movie I was talking about.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm seeing that. Looks like Shakes the Clown, Sleeping Dogs Lie, World's Greatest Dad, God Bless America, Willow Creek, Call Me Lucky, and Misfits and Monsters. I've only seen Sleeping Dogs Lie and World's Greatest Dad.
Mhm. You're you're what was it? A Bobcat Goldthwait expert compared to me.
Well, that's fine, I guess. It doesn't really speak speak to either of our characters very strongly. Um, well, let's see what one thing that we're going to do is go on a very brief break. So bear with us, and we'll be right
Okay.
back.
Hey, I guess you're back, right?
Yeah, yes, back for more hard-hitting celebrity news. You wanted to tell us all about one of your favorite restaurants, Taco Bell, I believe.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like apparently this is like one of these dates from hell. Has been gaining traction on the internet. What was it? It's some lady bought $100 worth of Taco Bell tacos for the guy. She showed up. He said he didn't have a car. She gave him a ride to the Taco Bell. He insisted on going to Taco Bell. And then she paid and he didn't have his wallet, so she paid for $100 worth of Taco Bell. And then they went back to his home and he he ate it and talked about his ex-girlfriend. His dad, stopped by because I guess he lives with his dad. And then after the end of the date, she took the rest of the Taco Bell home because she paid for it.
How
So it
many?
seems like some like an evening you would have,
Oh,
you on dates, right?
I wish I had an evening like that. But how many tacos did he eat?
I think well, it didn't say how many he ate, but how many he ordered. It was like 100.
Now, is this like a joke where you just explain to me what happens in the joke instead of saying it like a joke, or is this something that supposedly happened? We got to get to the bottom of
This
this.
is something that supposedly happened.
Where did you find this news
This was
story?
on the internet. 100 tacos on first date. Asks woman to pay for it.
So how did this how was this leaked? Who leaked this to the media? That's
The woman who had in that story.
so so she calls up the stations. She's like, "Have I got a story for you?"
Well, it
And
was on
then
TikTok.
doesn't I don't use TikTok. Don't they only isn't it a thing where they have videos that are only a few seconds long?
I guess she must have made a series about it.
Like, well, yeah, a lot of content there, I guess, talking about
Yeah.
the guy and all of his uh, tacos.
100 tacos, $150.
Hey, that's a pretty good deal for a taco, I guess. And I imagine if you made it at home, that it cost you a lot less than that.
Probably.
Yeah, I haven't had a good taco in a little while. But to answer your question, which I'm going to pretend you asked. Uh, that I haven't had that exact evening. In fact, I don't know for a fact that any woman has ever bought me tacos.
Well, they've bought you meals before, right?
Yeah, yeah, all the time. It's my go-to move. It's like, oh, dang, I forgot my wallet, and then I bat my eyes.
All right. I heard like a big thing with women is you're going on dates with guys just because they're hungry.
Yeah,
They just want like free dinner.
yeah, that's I am a hungry fellow, and women just they just can't stand how hungry I am. It's like I'm a puppy with a bowl of spaghetti overturned on its head. They just melt.
I see. If I saw that in real life, a dog with a bowl of spaghetti on its head, I would recoil.
Well, I know, but you're sick.
That'd be like a bad situation.
Yeah, but you're sick. Everybody.
Sick.
Yeah, you're sick. A puppy with spaghetti on its head is like the pinnacle of adorability. It's what
Mm.
everybody loves the most. And
To me, that would be a drag. It's like, oh, I have to clean this up now. Thanks a
so
lot.
the thing is, the beautiful part is the dog is happy to clean it up, and all you have to do is tell it what a good boy it is after that. Dogs are
Mm,
good with spills.
yeah, I
I
know.
I've got a good pickup line for you, since you're Mr. Out and about, go to bars.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You just sidle up next to a lady who looks like she wants you to talk to her, and say, "Hey, I'm hungry."
okay.
It
What's that supposed
works.
to lead to?
It works every. She'll buy you 100 tacos.
Oh
it,
man,
it works like a charm. But she might call the press and leak that story to the media after
I
it
see.
happens. In fact,
It seems like,
I'm not sure that story isn't about me.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
because it seems like if you were the guy that you'd consider that a successful date.
I mean, you know, in that hypothetical, I was talking to somebody at least for a minute. I got to have some tacos. My dad
Oh yeah,
comes by. It sounds like a pretty good day, all things considering. I mean, just look at the Dark Ages. Uh, that's that day, that date is better than anything anyone ever did in the Dark Ages.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Ages had some pretty bright spots.
Well, okay, 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 okay. I want you to come up with something that happened in the Dark Age that was more pleasant for somebody than going out on a date, having a woman buy you 100 tacos, and then talking to your dad for a minute. What happened in the Dark Ages that was a better day than that?
Oh, I don't know anything about history, so you got
Okay,
me there, dude.
okay, that was truly a dark age.
And
And
I think the medieval people would appreciate you not referring to their era as the Dark Ages.
well, what are they going to do about it?
Well, I mean, it's just it's it implies that they're ignorant and stuff. It's pretty offensive.
Well, I mean,
And don't you have ancestors who lived in the Dark Ages? So
no, no,
you're
all, no, all of my
insulting.
ancestors existed after the Dark Ages.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, it was insulting to your ancestors who did live in the
No,
Dark
no,
Ages.
none of my ancestors lived in the Dark Ages.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't see how that works.
Yeah, yeah, you don't see a lot of things.
Well, it's dark. It's
Oh,
dark age, man.
okay, okay. So you are the Dark Ages, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Uh, well, let's see. I believe you had some commentary on the here and now that you wished to speak
Yeah.
about.
Actually, let's talk about dating and stuff. I don't think people should say they go on dates, especially if you're like in your 30s.
What,
Because
what,
that's dating, that's like something a prostitute does.
Uh, uh,
If
what?
you're 30 something and they say you're dating, you should stop that because that's for prostitutes. Dating.
So,
Prostitutes go on dates. It's very undignified.
all right. Well, folks, according to George Shooter Nolan, if you don't get it figured out before your 30s, just, you know, drop out that part of your life. Don't try anymore. Dating is for prostitutes and people in their 20s.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
High school people actually.
all right. Well,
Like late 20s, that's a little iffy.
so what should you be doing in your
If
30s and thereafter?
yeah, it should be like in an arranged marriage. That's it.
Arranged marriage.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well,
No
all right.
dating. That's for prostitutes. Arranged marriage or singledom.
Well, see, this one thing. Now, granted, tricks are for kids, but and it's just like stale candy anyway. But
Mm.
if I want to go buy a box of tricks cereal, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to enjoy it, and you can't stop me. So why
Oh
the hell are
yeah.
you telling me what I can and can't do?
Well, I'm just making suggestions.
All right. Well,
I'm just saying the truth as I observe it. Is that only hoe tricks are for hoes,
yeah.
dates are for prostitutes, and you don't want to be either a hoe or a prostitute. So
Uh, all right. Well, that's good. That you've
like
made some insights. Other what other insights do you have? Some because you had a whole lot of things you wanted to say.
no, that was about it. I was just anti-dating. So
Okay,
but
so
I heard some stuff that happened recently though.
all right, what do you got?
Have you heard of the Olympics subreddit?
The Olympics subreddit?
Olympics. So OH-Olympics. It's a subreddit.
No, no, never heard of it.
So it's basically a bunch of perverts. They look at pictures of like Olympic athletes and talk about how hot they are or whatever it is.
Oh, uh, so this is your favorite internet
No, I
page.
just heard about it now. But apparently it's an outrage that exists.
That
What do you think?
so it's a message board where people talk about how attractive they find certain Olympic athletes.
Sure, yes. They maybe like there's like like accidentally revealing picture of like a gymnast or something. And like, oh,
So they share screenshots of these athletes in compromising positions, and then they just talk about them.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
Like if like like maybe like if an athlete wears an accidentally revealing bikini or something during competition, they'll
what sports do
discuss
they
it.
wear bikinis in? Don't they wear like bodysuits,
Beach
onesies?
volleyball,
Oh, and
you know.
that's an Olympic sport.
Beach volleyball? Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's a
of course it is. It's an Olympic sport. Yeah.
yeah.
How about curling? Do they do?
I don't know what I think they wear like full bodysuits, jumpsuits and that.
Oh, like the swimming suits.
Mm.
Uh, I I don't know what I think about it. I suppose I need a little bit more context. Are they? I mean,
They're sexualizing female athletes basically.
oh,
And that's according to some people it's an outrage.
uh, well, I'm glad you asked this. I'm glad you brought it up. The The sexualizing of female athletes by anonymous users on Reddit is a very important thing today that we all need to have a conversation about.
Mm, yeah. I don't know. These people are always trying to like take away our fun, you know.
And our fun is
It's
sexualizing.
just innocent fun, you know.
I mean, it's debasing, but I I mean, so this is a thing you do.
What? I just heard about this subreddit, so it's a thing I will do now. I know about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but
well you know, I clearly uh, don't know enough about this very important issue to speak extensively on it. So I think you're going to have to do a lot of field research, jump
I
really
see.
into the Olympic community and report your findings back to us at.
Oh yes, I'm doing some research right now. I'm deep undercover now.
Okay, you're deep throating the O Reddit
Yes.
.com, the O.com, but whatever, the Reddit, the Reddit guys, you're deep throat.
Yep.
And then you'll report back to
I'll report back to the pod. You know.
yeah, report back to us and tell us what it is. What kind of people are these? Are these good people doing God's work? Are they
Oh, I
are they
assume. Yeah.
miscreants? Are they involved in any un-American activities? I think.
It's internet. If I had to guess, the Olympics, because it's the Olympics. It's an international operation.
Okay, so you're saying this goes a bit beyond Reddit. This is like an international conspiracy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Well,
Speaking of like international stuff,
yeah, yeah.
do you know who the drunkest country in the world is?
I do, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Well, yeah, it happens to be my fond friend of Australia, the fine nation, uh,
Yeah.
Australia. I'm very familiar with Australia.
Oh, you been there before?
Yeah, it's a real nice place.
Yeah. Like what was it that having drunk so much that your physical and mental faculties are impaired to the point where your balance of speech are affected? Apparently, like Australians get drunk at least twice a month, about twice a month.
Well, it's something to do, isn't it?
Yeah, they're the drunkest country in the world, and I guess their trans, non-binary, and intersex people are the largest contributors to the trend. They get drunk over 35 times a year.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's there's 365 days in a year. That's not many
Yeah.
days compared to that. Drop in the bucket.
You'd be surprised about who's the next like two countries:
Who?
Denmark and Finland.
Well, they
It's
are.
must. I guess you have to be real drunk to like be able to stand it out there.
No,
It must suck. It must suck. Their lives must suck.
they're they're rated as having very high quality of lives. I don't know who does it, but you hear about that poll where they're talking about the happiest country on earth, and I believe both of them have been on that
Mm.
list before.
They must have had chemical assistance then.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Life is suffering. I've been to at least one of those countries, and
Oh yeah.
I had a sandwich in one of those countries, and it was all right.
All right.
Yeah.
You know who
Yeah.
gets drunk the least though?
No.
Least frequently?
Who's that?
Mexicans, New Zealanders, and Romanians.
Well, it's good company to keep this week.
Yeah. Mexicans are probably the happiest people in the country in the world, right?
I hope so. I hope they're very happy.
Have you ever met a Mexican who was not happy? I've
Yes.
never seen a sad Mexican person.
Oh, I was attacked on a train once, uh, and well, that was interesting.
I see. You were attacked by a Mexican person?
Yeah, but that only happened the one time.
I see.
Yeah.
He's the exception that proves the rule.
Well, that's true. That's true because that happened. Everything else must be roses everywhere else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd happen every day. That's just
Yeah,
logic.
that doesn't happen every day in Mexico, that's for sure.
I
People attacking each other,
Yeah.
not does not happen every day.
I hope not. I
Not in
hope
Mexico.
no, no. I hope they're all very, very kind and dear to one another, and have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I truly do that. You know.
Oh yeah. But you said you had something on your mind, right?
Oh, like clearly, I've got a lot on my mind. You know. So uh, on my mind is that uh, the tree that bears fruit shall be stoned. What does that mean to you, Shooter? What does that
The tr-
mean to you?
the tree that bears fruit?
Shall be stoned.
No idea. That means nothing to me.
Well, it basically means that it stands out, does exemplary work, and so people throw rocks at it
People throw rocks at trees?
if they bear fruit. Yeah.
I've never seen that happen in my life.
Well, sometimes you got to look for things. If you open your eyes, you see there are a lot of things that just need.
Is this a Quaker riddle?
It's a, it's, it's biblical, I think. Um, yes, here we are. Your favorite characters were just a couple of humble buttermouths begging for your loyal attention. Is that so wrong? No. Now let me tell you, we've been doing this for a while now. This podcast, terrible, magical extravaganza. What have you learned from it so far? This is actually, and it might have uh, been a thing to mention before, but this is the final episode of our first season, and it has been a ride. I sent you that slideshow, and people have been sending us flowers, and it's just been a marvelous time. And if I could go back and do it all over again, I would. What have you learned, George, from this time, this
Nothing.
work? No, nothing.
I learned nothing. I've actually become worse as a person. You know?
No, no, it's this is
We're just grifting innocent people, you
but
know?
no, no, we are providing a meaningful service. We are enlightening. This is what the world's supposed to be about,
If I had to guess the way people use this service, it's just like chatter in their ears while they're doing something else.
No,
You know? So it feels like they're
no,
around people, you know?
no, that's terrible. That's terrible. This is a delight. This is like a real super time.
I see. Yeah, it's a real party time we're having right now, that's for sure.
I'm having a blast, an F word blast.
Oh yes. All
Uh,
right. But you drinking some PBR right now?
no, I'm not drinking anything at all. I'm just I'm just living, just taking in that sweet air. It's a real beautiful time. The birds are singing, the flowers are also singing, the blue sky and white fluffy clouds overhead are singing, and we're singing, you and I, to a singing world.
Mm,
Do you
it's
do you know what I'm trying to tell you?
oh yes. I think I understand exactly.
All right.
You're
Well,
you're so in tune with the beauty of the world that you don't even have to be drunk.
I am overcome with beauty. It's just squeezing my bones out of my pores. It's glorious. Have you got anything to say, George?
Probably let's do another shout out.
Let's have a shout out.
Reading Pennsylvania. How you guys doing?
Hey,
Hope
reading.
you guys doing well.
Thanks for the support, you guys.
All right. So
Well,
that's about it.
well, there's something I've been wanting to say, and you haven't let me get in a
Oh,
word, but
okay.
we went on and on today about the how wonderful it was to be the pud master, and
Oh yes.
but the truth is, Shooter, you and all of our viewers and everyone in the world were the real pud masters, and it's just been a glorious time, and everybody has enjoyed it. And I just want to say to you and to the world,
Oh, I hear it.
we'll meet again. I don't know where and I don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
On must see Thursday,
Yeah,
8 p.m.
musty
Eastern
Thursday,
time.
8 p.m. And so just keep shining through, just like you always do, till the blue skies chase the dark clouds far away. And with that note, thank you, Shooter, for a wonderful, wonderful Pudley time.
All right, guys. Just remember, never to date. Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.